my declaration, my security agreement, my UCC. Now, I want to know, Diva, am I free? Are you free? If you have to ask me if you're free, then the answer is no. What does it mean to be free, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to go into this and what it actually means to be free. I'm yours truly, Diva LaRee, rocking with you, coming to you for the UNA University and United Nations from America. Let's do this. Welcome, everybody. Welcome and welcome. Let's do this thing. I'm yours truly, Diva LaRee. We're going to break it down. Yeah. Yes. UNA. Welcome, everybody. I'm yours truly, Diva LaRee, with the UNA University. We're talking about what does it mean to be free. We're going to get into it. And yes. Yeah. Oh, my head don't move. All right, let's get into this thing. Welcome, everybody. I got some new tricks. I learned some new things. Sunset Beach TV. Thank you so much. You are beautiful too. Roger, James, who else is in the house? Jay, 3D, Sunset, we got Sunset, William in the house, Miss J8, Beth, welcome. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. I'm yours truly, Diva LaRee, with the UNA University and UNA Republic. We got what? I'm getting fancy. It's not in the best format that I would like it, but I'm getting fancy. All right, so let's get on this thing. What are we talking about today? All right, the topic is, am I free? Am I free? And now if you have to ask me if you're free, the answer is no. All right? What does it mean to be free? Now, I want to first of all mention the UNA University, and let's understand what the UNA University is, what its purpose is, and what we do there. Now, I get a lot of people who they've heard about this sovereignty, and they want to be quote unquote free. And I have a lot of people who've come to me and they talk about, oh, well, I gave such and such. I paid him to do some documents for me and I'm still not free. Okay, so what we have to understand is, what does it mean to be free? It's not just about paperwork. It's not about I'm going to go fill some stuff out and then I'm going to file it and then I'm going to be free. No. Your freedom comes with your knowledge of self. It's very important to understand who you are in this grand scheme of this whole game. All right? If you don't understand that, then you are not free. And if you got to ask somebody if you're free, then no. Because when you're free, you'll know. You're going to know you're free because you're going to have the knowledge to stand on it. All right. So in the university, what we make sure we do is, when we go through our documents, all right, our declarations, our security agreements, our UCCs, what we're doing is making sure that you understand these tools, all right? Yes, we're putting documents on record, but you have to understand what they are, because I have so many people have these powerful documents, but they have no idea what they're standing on. If you don't have knowledge, then you don't have freedom. So watch this. Ignorance and freedom do not coexist. Ignorance and freedom do not coexist. If you want to have freedom, you must have knowledge. And that's the thing that the university does, is gives you the knowledge you need so that you can stand when an agent comes at you, when the cop, the FBI, the IRS, the CIA, when all of these guys coming at you. Do you know who you are? When you're free, then you don't shake in your boots. All right? I want y'all to like and share. And I want you to share and like. And I want you to like and share and like and share. And also subscribe. All right? I'm yours truly, Diva Laree. For those of you who don't know, you can find us on YouTube at UNA Republic. You can find us on here, TikTok, UNA Republic. You can find us at unarepublic.com. All right. And if you want to join me, feel free to send a message. And I hope you'll be able to see them. And anybody who wants to come on, we'll bring you on. And let's have this convo if you have any questions. So you can join the link in the bio if you're interested in joining us. All right. There's a link in the bio. Find the bio. If y'all a newbie like me, then hit up Willa at, where'd you at, Willa? Raise your hand. Because I'm a newbie. Now, I told you I'm coming from Facebook. All right, this is a new platform for us, and I'm excited to be here on this platform. And also, you can catch us once again at on YouTube as well. We're kind of dropping that other platform because, we got some things to say, and we don't need for people to be trying to cut us out or block us or delete us because we're telling the facts. So, and we're going to tell the facts. We're telling the facts. So if you want to get the facts, UNA Republic, this is where you want to be. All right, so now let's get on this. We're talking about these documents, all right? When you have these documents, okay, and they're powerful, powerful documents, but if you don't know what they are, then you can't stand on them. You can't use them. It's like having the most powerful gun on the planet, but you don't know how to take the safety off. Well, you can't use that weapon. And that's what the university is for, is to help you to understand what these tools are that you have so that you can use them and you can walk like the guy that you are. Now, in understanding this whole game and what's going on, there's what we call the hierarchy of law chart. And you can go to unarepublic.com/docs, DOCS. unarepublic.com/docs, DOCS. And I want you to download, you can download everything in that folder. But when you go there, you're going to find the hierarchy of law chart, this wonderful chart that's behind me. All right. And it's important to understand what's going on with this chart because it helps you to understand who you are in this game. All right. So I want to go over this chart briefly, and y'all follow me. Go pull that down. unarepublic.com/docs, D as in David, O as in Oscar, C as in Charlie, S as in Sam. Go download it so that we can get into this game and you can understand who you are so that you're not asking me, am I free, Diva? Am I free? I want to be free. Well, if you want to be free, you got to have the knowledge. And I'm ready to drop some knowledge on you today. So hopefully y'all are listening and paying attention. Let's see here. We're going to pull this up. You can see, well, you can kind of see it behind me. But if you go and pull this down from the website, and I want to say hello to Mark and Tabitha. Hello. Thank y'all for joining. Evangelist in the house. Who else is in the house? All right, so we're going through this thing. I want to thank all of it. These are my students. I love to have my students here. So I'm preaching to the choir. We have a choir rehearsal tonight. So y'all choirs, y'all sing with me as we go through this thing. Now, you might be able to see here This is universal law, right? Universal laws. I'm going through this thing real quick. I hope y'all follow me. Go and download these documents from unarepublic.com/docs. It's very powerful. Now, the first one, the highest law that we know in UNA America is universal laws. And what does universal law deal with? It deals with the energies. All right. Whatever energy you put out must come back. Now, I need y'all to understand why this is important. Those who are playing this game at the highest level, and y'all, some of y'all, we not playing no game, people. We just here, we trying to make a living. Listen, if y'all don't understand this is a game, then you're going to get left behind. All right. This is a game. And those who are playing this game at the highest level, they know universal laws. And they understand how important they are. Whatever energy you put out must come back. All right. So this is why I want you to come into university, because in the UNA University, we're learning things lawyers don't know, judges don't know, cops don't know, accountants don't know. And even when we're talking about lawyers, there are things that even if they did know, they couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you because they'd lose their license, but we know and we use them because we're not under anybody's ordinance. We're not under anybody's oath. All right, so we have the right and the ability to use these laws to our advantage. So universal law is the highest. Whatever energies you put out must come back. Now, the next law you see up here, natural laws. Natural laws. What does natural laws deal with? Deals with the natural ways of all objects and beings that manifest in this third dimension. What we talking about? Y'all see it? Can y'all see that? I don't know. I haven't learned how to move the little camera down. I haven't learned how to do all that yet. I'm a newbie. I'm still learning. I'm going to move over to the side. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. Now, natural laws deal with the objects and the beings that manifest here in this third dimension, and they have a nature. So what are we talking about? We're saying, a dog is going to bark, a cat is going to meow. When you have no respect for what the nature of these beings are, then what you're going to do is you're going to encounter problems when you try to contract with the different beings in this dimension. And what does that mean? That's like a man and a woman, we have different natures. All right. You don't expect, going back to the dog and the cat, you don't expect the dog to meow and you don't expect the cat to be a guard dog for the house. That's not the nature of those beings. What is the nature of men? What is the nature of women? And one of the biggest things in this society today is that we don't have a respect for the nature of the beings in this dimension. Now, the other thing about natural law that's so important is that nature mimics the universal laws. All right. Nature mimics the universal laws. And what that means is that we live in abundance. We live in abundance. But we have been taught in this society that we are living in scarcity, and we are made to hoard and to think, oh my God, if I don't have enough, and then I gotta hoard it. That's not how the universe works. That's not how nature works. When you plant a seed, nature gives you many back. You plant a tomato seed, in 3 months, you're gonna have this long vine with a whole bunch more seeds coming from that one seed you planted. Nature says that we live in abundance. These are the higher laws here that we don't know. And when we start learning these higher laws and everything under here, y'all can see this, all these other laws become child's play because you understand the universal law and you understand natural law, which is very important. The next law, sovereign, laws of maxim. Y'all see that right there? I couldn't see it on there. Laws of maxim. Very important. These are also known as God's law. All right? These laws come straight from the Bible, and they are the highest laws of the land. They are the rights given to you by God. They cannot be taken away. Once again, you'll go download this, all right? These are rights that are given to you by God and cannot be taken away. Why is this important? All right? So when you all are, and some of you all, I need to say this before I go on, have this issue with religion and the Bible. Yes, religion lied to us. Yes, there are lies in the Bible. It is not the perfect word of God. Let's make that clear. It is not the perfect word of God. How do we know that? If the Bible is telling you there are left out books, well, then that tells you it's not perfect right there. Not to mention that there have been things left out of the book, people left out of the book. The book has been redacted and changed around. So if you want to get into some of the actual less tampered with books, you can check out one of my favorites, the Book of Jasher. But dealing with the Bible, what you have to understand, it is a powerful tool. Once again, here's a tool that it's been used against us and keeping us brain dead. But when you really understand what it is and how powerful the tool is, then you use it to your advantage, all right? So let's understand, I just talked about the laws of Maxim, which are God's laws. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you are on this planet, the laws in the Bible stand above any laws of man. Now, y'all should be asking me, because some people are like, well, who is God and what is God? What you should be asking me is what these laws are. Because it doesn't matter what God you claim. I'm just letting you know how the rules are of this game. All these gods that deal with the laws of Maxim, you know what they say? You got the right to travel this planet freely. Nobody can force you into a contract. You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to protect yourself. Listen, your God-given rights, again, they stand above anything man has to say. And so it doesn't matter what God you claim, whether it be a God of the Torah or the Quran or the Bible or any other religious book. When you understand that there's a God that has given you God-given rights and they cannot be taken away from you, then you stand on that. So you get people who are talking about the Constitution said and the code, statute, and ordinance of it. These right here. Now, when you go into court, I need y'all to understand something. When you go into court and they say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? And you know we used to place your hand on the Bible. I need y'all to understand something. When those Bible, that was laws. And they just told you there's a God. Now, if you got to swear by it, so do they. And so whatever the laws are of this Bible and what your God says, they have to respect it. So this is why it's important to know what the laws are. What are the laws of Maxim? So that you can start applying them in this game. All right? The next one, going down, sovereign. What is a sovereign? A human being. And really, it says human being, but it's really all beings. All beings, or a being that is a master of self, operates under God's law, has the ability to create laws and constitutions for itself and its corporation that it creates. All right. A sovereign. Now, y'all have heard that term. Let me make this clear. Do not be calling yourself a sovereign citizen, because a sovereign is a master of self or a God. All right. This is someone who understands the higher laws, who understands these universal laws and walks under the universal laws, walks in harmony with the universal laws. And that's very important, because when you're talking about being a master of self, you have integrity. You have to have integrity. Now, I tell people this who say, I want to be sovereign, Diva. Okay, listen up. For those of y'all who think this is just about, oh, I'm going to become sovereign and then they can't do nothing to me, they can't touch me. No, that's not how this works, all right? When you become sovereign, you're not dealing under man's law. You're dealing with God's law, all right? But there's also these universal laws that are in order. And if you do not have integrity, stay where you are. Because when you get out here and you do things that are against the universal law, you got a higher entity to answer to. So some of y'all think, oh, there is no God. Okay, think that if you want to, that's fine. But get out of here and start messing up. And you are under universal laws. You're going to be in more trouble than you would have been if you had stayed where you are. When you get out here, it is not about, oh, they can't touch me. No, you have to have integrity. Meaning, do you just do harm to somebody because now you have the power to do it and think you can get away with it? See, integrity is about what you do when you think no one is watching. So do you have integrity? And that's very important. If you don't have integrity, if you think it's okay for you to claim something that doesn't belong to you, for you to steal something that doesn't belong to you, for you to harm someone, stay where you are, because you're going to get a lot of trouble. You're going to get into a lot of trouble out here acting as a sovereign when you have no integrity. That's very important. So, sovereign. Once again, a sovereign has the ability to create laws. You can create laws. All right? That's going to be important as we go down this list. Next on the list, and I want to welcome everybody, Platinum Pretty, Toro, who else? Nostalgia. All right. Now, get into the next one. Contract law. Very big. Contract law. That's what we as sovereigns deal in. Contract law, it deals with an offer plus an agreement. Plus an acceptance equals a contract. Offer plus acceptance equal a contract. So what I'm saying is, when someone makes an offer to you and then you accept it, then you have a contract. Well, see, some people don't understand what acceptance is, and that's why you need to come to the university. Go to UNAuniversity.com, UNAuniversity.com, if you want to see some of our courses for this season and then coming up next season. Acceptance. A lot of us have been getting documents in the mail from these agents, all right, and you don't respond. You get a message from, you could get a message from your mortgage company. You get a message from the car dealership and whoever the people who have your car notes. And you get a note from the IRS. And then you get to hiding or you don't answer it. Well, when you don't answer, you have accepted the contract. And so this is why it's important for us to come into the university so you can understand what's really going on. We have been accepting contracts and we've been standing in dishonor for so long. And we're saying, oh, they don't play by the rules now. They just doing whatever they want to and they just coming after us. You don't understand. You've been accepting the contract. Well, you're going to learn how to stop accepting the contract by answering. You're not going to keep being silent. All right? So now that is contract law. You got to understand what's going on with contract law so that when you've been contracting with these people the whole time, it's the same thing. People don't understand that you got so many, everybody who's in jail has agreed to be in jail. Wait a minute, what? Yeah. Why? Because they've been signing, they've been contracting. Contract law. They've been contracting. They have been agreeing. Somebody gave you an offer. I offer to lock you up. And then these people go and they sign it. They accept. So now there's a contract for them to be in jail. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know. No, Diva, that's not how it works. Because see, my brother's cousin, uncle, sister, daddy, he didn't want to be in jail. He didn't have no. They just said you. All right. If I was to go and look up his case right now, I can find all kind of places where he signed. He signed to have his fingerprints. He signed to have his picture taken. He signed to have his blood taken. He signed to go back to the place where they keep all the other inmates. He signed to be in jail. Yeah. Contract law. Contract law. So when you're understanding who you are and you're understanding the laws of this game, then you're going to learn how to contract so that you don't put yourself in bad positions. All right. What's next? Treaties. Treaties. A treaty. Treaty of laws made between two sovereigns that deal with a particular tract of land. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you that you are made up of every element on the planet. Every element on the planet. That makes you a walking state. In fact, you are walking land. All right. So what I'm saying to you is that you have to understand when we create our documents, you are making a treaty between you and the state, or you and the United States Corporation. All right. And once again, if you want to come on and ask any questions or speak, please let us know. Topic of singing, signing. Oh, okay. All right. So now, with that being said, the next topic. Okay. So now you're understanding a treaty is very important. By the way, in that that website that I told you about, unarepublic.com/docs, DOCS. Willie, if you could put that up. Halo Ife Tayo, hair health herbalist. If you can put that topic up, that title up, rather, that web link, unarepublic.com/docs, DOCS, you can find a list of treaties that the original Americans actually signed with Britain. And this is before the Constitution. So at any rate, that's a good list. Like I said, you can download everything in that on that folder. All right, now that's contract law, treaties, Constitution, right here, Constitution, laws created by a sovereign that govern a corporation created by the sovereign. Constitution. Now, y'all know of the good old Constitution of the United States. All right. Did y'all see this up here? Sovereign. And y'all see this contract law? What you create right here as a sovereign stands above this Constitution. You, as a sovereign, create laws that stand above the Constitution. When you create your own Constitution, your Constitution stands above the Constitution of the United States. That's how powerful these documents are, which is why you need to come into the UNA University, because you create laws. And when you create your laws, they stand above the Constitution of the United States. You create a law that stands above this. That's how powerful you are. And that's how powerful you will become when you're in the university. All right. Now, the next one. Federal codes. Look at this right here. This is when you're talking about your UCC. Some of you all are familiar with that. But these are codes which govern corporations within corporations. Federal codes. These are your UCCs. Now let's understand. Look, federal codes are for corporations, dead fictitious entities. That's what they're for. They govern dead fictitious entities. Whereas your contract laws are for sovereigns, living beings under God. Once again, these are higher. Y'all know federal, when you talk about federal, that's some high stuff right there. Federal, you're talking about some real powerful stuff. But look at this. When you are up here under contract law and you're dealing in contract law, your laws are above federal codes. Remember, this is below where you are up here as a sovereign. All right. We getting to the nitty gritty. Now we getting to the nitty gritty. Let me know if somebody wants to come on and ask some questions, because I want to answer them. Now, let's get into this now. We're ready to get down here to corporations. Here we go. Right here. Corporations. Y'all see that? Hold up. Corporations. What is a corporation? A corporation is a dead fictitious entity. Operates under the laws of the Constitution developed by the sovereign. All right. Does not have the ability to create laws. Let me say that again. Somebody didn't hear me. Let me say. A corporation does not have the ability to create laws. And I need y'all to understand something. The United States corporation is a corporation. It is a dead, fictitious entity, and it does not have the ability to create laws. It does not have the ability to create laws. It can only create codes, statutes, and ordinances. So when we're talking about a seatbelt law, it is not a law. It is a code, statute, or ordinance. We're talking about a cell phone law. When we're talking about a red light and a traffic sign and a speeding law, they're not laws. They are codes, statutes, and ordinances. And look at where they are. Now, by the way, this is called a hierarchy of law chart. This is the hierarchy. All right, from top to bottom. Now, look down here, corporations, boom. Corporation is all the way down here. Whereas you as a sovereign and your laws are all the way up here. Y'all see that? Corporations. Sovereign. All right, so now, you create laws, and laws are up here, whereas code, statutes, and ordinances created by the corporation, which the United States corporation, the state of Georgia, state of Texas, state of Tennessee, county of whatever, county of that, city of whatever, they all down here under corporations. Every last one of them, all down here under corporations. A dead fictitious entity. Whereas you are up here as a sovereign, you're living with God-given rights. Now, let's keep going. Constitution. Police, corporations, and agents. Police, corporations, and agents. All right, what are they? These are private agencies of corporations they belong to. They're equivalent to private citizens. They are private corporations or private agencies of the corporations they belong to, and they are equivalent to private citizens. Now, I'm going to go into a private corporations so you can understand this. And I need y'all to hear me carefully, because who knows, we might get taken off the air again when I say what I got to say. So y'all listen closely and take notes. There are no governments. There is no government. What you have are private corporations pretending to be government. So when you're talking about the city of whatever, state of whatever, United States corporation, they're not government, they're private agencies pretending to be government. So when you're talking about a cop really is not a government agent. He's just a private policy enforcer for city of, state of, whatever. He's a private policy enforcer. All right. And so it's important to understand who they are so that you can understand who you are. All right. These are private agencies, and we go into it in the university to help you understand who they are and how you interact with these people, how you contract with them. So, last on the list, and let's get to it. Last on the list, who we got? Citizen. Y'all see that? Citizen. See if I can do this right here. Citizen. All right. A citizen is a slave, and I'm stepping on some toes right now. A citizen is a slave of the corporation to which it pledges. Citizens do not have rights. They only have privileges which are given to it by the corporation to which it pledges. You heard that? A citizen is a slave. And I remember when I first started speaking on this information, I let people know what's going on, and they'd be mad at the term slave. Well, you need to understand what a citizen is. A citizen, when you call yourself a U.S. citizen or what have you, you've agreed to be a slave to this corporation. And when you do that, you get treated as such. So you're pledging to this corporation, and then you give up your God-given rights. You don't have rights. You got privileges. Down here, as a citizen, you have privileges. Up here, as a sovereign, you have God-given rights. So the question is, do you want to sit as a citizen or stand as a sovereign? That is your choice. But once you understand who you are, then you'll learn how to walk like the God that you are, as a sovereign. But you have to know who you are and understand what the laws are, what's going on in this game, because you've been told a lot of lies, and people are telling you things are laws when they're not laws, but nobody's going to tell you that you have God-given rights, because it's going to help them as long as you pledge to be a citizen. All right? What you have to understand is for us sovereigns, the lowest we go is right here where we're talking about federal laws. This is as low as we go. Federal codes. Because these codes are in harmony with the maxims of law. In most cases, your federal codes are going to be in harmony with your maxims of law. Now, what does federal mean? Federal means a covenant with God. That's what it means. A covenant with God. So we'll respect most codes. We don't have to, because remember, we up here, we can do what we want to do as sovereigns. But we'll respect federal codes because federal codes tend to work to our advantage and they're in harmony with God's law. But these laws down here, codes, statutes, and ordinances, they are purposely created. Every last one of them are purposely created to take away your God-given rights. Everything that's created, these codes, statutes, and ordinances right here under the corporation, they are purposely created to take away your God-given rights. So what do you want to do? You want to sit as a citizen, or do you want to stand as a sovereign with God-given rights? Well, you do that when you gain knowledge. So I encourage all of you to come into the UNA University. All right, join us. Go to unauniversity.com. If you want to find me, you can find me at Diva Laree on, what is it? YouTube, Facebook. Diva Laree, D-I-V-A-A. D-I-V to the A-A. L-Y-R-I.com. Go to unauniversity.com as well. Find us at unarepublic.com as well. And we're kicking off. Now, if you all have any questions, hit me up at Diva Laree on Facebook. And let's get to it. Let's get to the learning so you can stand as the God that you are. I'm yours truly, Diva Laree. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm happy to be on this platform. TikTok. TikTok. We got a lot more coming. All right, I'm out. I got my yeah. So this is the remix. Anyway, UNA University. I'm so glad to have y'all. Evangela, Edwin. Let's go. Hair health. And I'm still a newbie, still trying to learn this thing. Thank you, Platinum. But once I get this thing down, oh boy. We're going to rock and roll, baby. All right, so I'm yours truly, Diva Laree. I'm out of here. We're going to see y'all next time. Peace. Bye-bye.